Hey, this is T-Ray coming at you from Nishinomiya, Hyogo, Japan to preview the series between the Hanshin Tigers and the Hiroshima Carp. We go on the road to face them who are in 5th place, and we don't want them to be in 4th place by week's end, do we? No, we don't. By the way, you need to get yourself one of these H10 exclusive iron-on patches, which are only available to patrons on Patreon. So head over there. The link is down in the video description and see how you can get your hand on this, plus a whole bunch of other bonus content. We're always doing all that we can to make your Hanshin Tigers experience wonderful. Okay, first let's look now at the Giants series that just was at Koshien Stadium. Well, we lost the first game 7-2 and the second game 4-1, if I'm not mistaken. Man, I want to put those in the rearview mirror because they were not fun games to watch. Our guys did not step up when they needed to. Fujinami outstanding on Wednesday, but hard luck loser in part because of his own error that broke the game wide open. It was 1-0, and then he threw a ball away, or he couldn't feel the ball properly, and that was the end of him. He gave up 3 more runs, but he went 8 innings and struck out 10. Also, we had a great chance in the bottom of the 8th in which we lucked out to get 1 run when Itoi broke up a double play. Actually, their fielder kind of helped us by not throwing the ball to first very quickly. And then, yeah, Garcia was the loser on Tuesday. And then last night, that's the one that we want to remember, and especially for the next time we face the Giants. We pounded them 11-0. We beat up on CC Mercedes, which is quite unusual, and so that was nice. We also had Haruto Takahashi come in and get 11 of his first 15 outs via the strikeout. He absolutely crushed it, and then he went a couple more innings for good measure. 3 balls went to the outfield all game, 2 of them for hits, 1 of them for a fly out. The rest was all strikeouts and ground outs from our team. We got a spine-breaking Grand Slam home run in the 8th inning from Nakatani, which was, of course, nice to see. And then something that caused controversy, and we'll talk about this on the next podcast a bit, but a position player pitched for the Yomiuri Giants, and that set off a whole controversy / ripple effect of reactions online. Most of which was negative, but some people said, hey, what's the problem? It's perfectly fine. Anyhow, look forward to episode 117 because we're going to talk about that then. Let's look ahead to the Carp series, though. We are going to be facing Masato Morishita, whom we've already faced once on the season. He was in the lineup for them when Fujinami made his debut at Koshien, or the 2020 debut at Koshien a couple of weeks back. Gave up a couple of runs in 6 innings, and we got him out a little bit earlier than they were hoping, but we still lost that game 4-2. So he struck out 10 of our guys on that night. So he'll be pitching tonight, and then tomorrow it's going to be Daichi Osera, who was deactivated, partly because of fatigue or what they call condition furio, or bad condition. He'll be pitching on Saturday, and it looks like against us he did pretty poorly. He went 4 innings pitched and 5 earned runs. That was back on July the 4th. But he's got a 2.92 ERA on the season, and he was one of the contenders for the Sawamura Award that never was. Last year, it was given to nobody, but he had a great season in 2019. He's an ace pitcher, so he's not going to be easy for us to beat. And then finally, we'll probably be going up against Endo. I forget his first name, but we pounded him in I think it was his 2020 debut. He went, 5 innings pitched and 8 runs against us. That was back on July the 5th. But his most recent outing was a complete game win against the Yomiuri Giants. Well, I like to kind of look on the bright side of this. He's a young pitcher who went the distance and pitched through a lot of pitches. Hopefully he will be a little bit fatigued or not quite himself in this Sunday's matchup against us. As for their batting lineup, they've got Pirella, Dobayashi, Nishikawa, Seiya Suzuki, Ryuhei Matsuyama, Ampamang, Aizawa the catcher who's on the rise, and then Kikuchi at second base, and probably Tanaka at shortstop. I don't know the order necessarily because they've been juggling and trying to find something that works. They've been doing quite well lately, though. They took 2 out of 3 from the Swallows before caving last night. So they kind of did the opposite of us. They won, lost. We lost, won. And maybe that will swing us a little bit in the right direction for this series. I don't know. But I really do believe, I've always said almost all of these previews, I say the Tigers need to win 2 out of 3. They need to win 2 out of 3. But I really think that we need to win all 3 of these games. And I know that that's a tall task going into Hiroshima against a team that is starting to solidify. But we need to get on a hot streak again. We cooled off for a little bit there, but our bats heated up nicely last night. We got an RBI double out of Justin Bohr. Jerry Sands got a hit there as well. Umeno with a couple of walks, a stolen third base. Kinami with an RBI hit. Kai Ueda with the first RBI hit of his career. We all need to heat up, and it needs to happen this weekend. Unfortunately for me, these games are not on TV, and also DAZN offers coverage streaming from 11 baseball teams' home games. Guess which team does not allow their home games to be broadcast on DAZN? That's right, Hiroshima. And so what that means is I'm probably not going to be watching 2 of these 3 games because they're not on the local network here, unless I can figure out a way to get around that. But anyhow, enjoy your baseball this weekend. Leave me some questions or comments. I always answer them. And go Tigers, and don't forget about Patreon and subscribing and watching old videos. See y'all next time.